Hello, my name is Dennis Franks, and it's my pleasure to talk to you today about goals. It's a critical part of the Basic Five and the principles to your success. No matter what we accomplish in life, everything starts with a vision or a dream, but for it to become a reality, you have to put into place an actual goal or a timeline that goes with that goal, and then convert that into a plan of action so that you can accomplish what you set out to do. In our business, it's no different. Throughout my last 30 years and all of the different successes that I've been involved with, it's always started with a vision or a mission or a specific dream that you want to make a reality. Even starting out as a young man playing sports, wanting to accomplish a certain amount of success. Moving on to college, being able to go and achieve a certain grade, to be able to leave the university with the grade point that would give me the best opportunity to earn the position that I wanted to work throughout my life. If it was in business, in our franchising business that my wife Nancy and I worked with early on before Market America, it was setting our sights not with just one franchise, but with several franchises to maximize the goal of which to achieve a certain amount of success, which only you can determine. So this segment is very, very important for your long-term success. It's going to be the roadmap that you'll follow. One of the favorite sayings that I have is basically stay focused, stay the course. And when I start talking about the course, primarily it's your goals and the action plan that you put into place to achieve those goals. So let's get started, let's get serious and talk about our goals. So the first thing that everybody needs to understand that people don't plan to fail, they simply fail to plan. And this could never be further than the truth when I start talking to new franchise owners and they're basically telling me what they want to accomplish, but they have no idea how to achieve those goals or that have no plan to get to where they want to be, that level of success. So it all begins with simply focusing on a plan. Now, people without goals have absolutely no destination. Also, remember this, if you aim at nothing, you'll hit it. And that's why we have to stay focused in the course that we chart. Again, people without goals have no destination. Now, let's talk about goals and a goal statement. One thing is we can think about goals and we can think about creating a goal statement, but we have to start with translating your dreams and purpose into a plan of action. So we have to first list the different dreams that we have, and then we have to define your purpose. So again, your ultimate dream may be owning your own home, or maybe having a certain type of lifestyle, or maybe setting your family up with the best opportunity for them to succeed in life. You have to define that. What type of home? What type of lifestyle? Okay, and again, what is the purpose behind your dreams? For example, with my two daughters, I wanted to give them every opportunity to succeed in life. I knew it was about an education. I knew it was about getting the experiences, not only here locally, but globally, each having an opportunity to study abroad. Now, my purpose for that specific part of the goal with my children was giving them the opportunity to become the best person they could be because of what they were exposed to along the way. So we're going to translate our dreams and purpose into a plan of action. I remember when I first sat down in starting business or becoming an entrepreneur, we sat down, both Nancy and I, and we listed I can't tell you how many different goals that we had, all the wants that we ever thought about. And before you know it, we had so many things on our list, it became funny. And we decided we had to narrow that down. So let's talk about how we might narrow down what you want. So if you took a look at different components or different directions, such as how you live, how to love, what you want to learn, and of course, what you want to leave, a legacy, How do you want to be remembered? Do you want to start a foundation? Do you want a scholarship? How do you want to live? You know, we talk about owning our own home, but what kind of home? You know, what kind of car do you want? Something about living life and loving life? Is that about a getaway with your spouse or significant other? Is it something about your family and friends, bringing them all together once every year so you never lose touch of that family root that you have that has brought you to where you are today? How many of us think about learning a second and third language? Oh my gosh. Today, our children need to be bilingual, at least if not trilingual. And no, it's never too old to start learning. And so again, new skills or new passions can be found. So all of these different areas that are important to you should be identified so we can move forward. Now, once you identify what you're looking for, now it's time to ask yourself, when do I want it? Okay, what is going to be the target dates for achieving your goals? And I'll tell you what, this is a tough one because today everybody wants everything yesterday, okay? But let's be realistic about it. You're starting a business, you're setting goals, and let me remind you, the goals that you set today will change over the years as you grow your business. I know in the last 24 years, we established 5 separate goals along the way. And every part of our life changed based on where our lives were at that time. But setting the target date puts you in a sense of urgency to get things done. Now, once we have the target dates, then you have to have areas in which you can measure your progress against the date. For example, if you created something that was going to put you in a position to earn $1,500 a week in Market America BV branded products, we knew that we have to build 2 sales organizations. Now, if the date of achievement for that is 12 months, you're going to have to be able to measure your progress against the date. Of course, to get that 1 business development center, we need to build 2 sales organizations that would be able to generate at least 5,000 business volume coming up both the left and the right on a weekly basis. Now, if you understand that a traditional unfranchised owner should be producing 100 business volume in their own personal use and 300 business volume from each of the 10 repeat customers that they service, averaging 30 BV, we know that we have to get in the area of 50 unfranchised owners on the left and 50 unfranchised owners on the right to accomplish that 5,000 BV coming up each week. Now, to build the 2 sales organizations, you also have to think about what does it take to build a single sales organization. Now, everything we've done has been systemized. So when you're starting to measure progress against a date, you have to reference something. Well, we know in building a sales organization, you have to personally sponsor at least 4 people that commit to build out Base 10 7 strong in their first 4 to 6 months of operation of their unfranchised business. Now, that will yield you some 28 unfranchised owners, and that puts you halfway there. But as you learn more about our business and how the mechanics of the business evolve, you'll know that that organization will have a very strong common leg, meaning that 1/2 of almost all of those unfranchised owners are going to be earning more business volume on one side versus another side, which drives them to build their weak side to earn commissions, which flows your volume up, and the organization keeps growing. Now, in the event you're unable to maximize that organization over 12 months, you see the progress, how well you're recruiting. You would then go back and adjust a date or the goal to be in line with the reality. Now, again, what's an example of that? Well, first and foremost, if you have a 12-month goal to get to $1,500 a week in commissions, we're going to have to do our recruiting in the first portion of the year so that there's time to build those unfranchised owners. But ultimately, if you put 4 on each side of your organization, that's recruiting 8. And I think very reasonably recruiting 1 new business partner per month the first 8 months that you're in our business sets you up time to be able to build out base 10, 7 strong, in which will help you reach that goal. Now again, this is all explained in your Getting Started guide through the fundamentals of getting a new unfranchised owner started. Now let's think about how we're going to accomplish this. So during this year, I will guarantee you life will get in the way. What do I mean? Emotional obstacles, scheduling obstacles, financial obstacles, you name it, it's going to happen. So what you're going to have to decide is how bad you want what you want, that goal, okay, and what you're willing to give up. And I will say this up front. There are going to be things you will miss during this year of building, but ultimately you've got to understand the ongoing outcome of the ongoing residual income that you would earn will far supersede what you would have to give up in that year or 2 years of building the sales organizations. So, but you have to determine what are you willing to give up. Okay, you have to make sure that your significant other is aware of that too, because after all, your goals should be also included with your family, your significant other, or anybody in which your life has impact on, because they need to understand what you are going out to accomplish. Now that's really important. Don't hold it back. But the people around you, the people you impact, really need to understand you're moving hard towards what you want to accomplish through the unfranchised business development systems. So we have to figure that out. Now, this reference really is to our Getting Started guide, and specifically, one of the things that I really like about the Getting Started guides is it helps you with defining and setting up your goal statement. I recommend each and every one of you taking the time to be able to look at this and define what will be your course of action to achieve such levels. And again, when you're making the goal and you want a certain outcome, we are basically moving them over and looking at it in translation to income, because income will allow you to have whatever goal you have set for yourself. So things like how many hours per week will you give to the business? Now people say to me all the time, I'll give you 10 or I'll give you 12. I want to make this very clear. If you're going to give me 12 hours a week to build towards your goal, I want 12 dedicated hours, not hours in the car listening to an audio, not while you're home ironing a shirt thinking you're doing the business while you're doing something else. That's called a leveraged hour. I want a fixed hour. I want 12 fixed hours if that's what you tell me. And I'd like to know where you're actually going to put them in your week, because that's where you're going to sit down and totally focus on your action plan, making things happen. Now, again, you'll personally sponsor people, then at that point, you'll be moving up the ladder. There are positions that are identified by commissions earned, such as a coordinator. When you have 1,200 business volume on the left and 1,200 business volume on the right, you'll earn a $300 commission, and you would then earn the title of coordinator. As that continues and you hit your 5,000 and 5,000, you'll also have a new title called Executive Coordinator, earning $1,500 from that complete cycle. All of these are part of the goals and objectives that you have to go through to accomplish exactly what you want. So putting these timelines on are very important to allow you to focus on the results producing activities that are going to get you there. And that was important for you to get a flare of and an understanding. So let's talk about translating goals into an action plan, okay? Whether it's a new car, new lifestyle, new love, new travel, whatever it is, let's translate that into actual action plan. Now, the first thing that we understand is that you can earn from one business development center from $78,000 to $187,000 a year. And you need 2 organizations qualifying weekly to begin at the $78,000 level. That's the full business volume commission of $1,500 a week times 52. Now, you can earn bonuses on that of an additional $600 when one person on the left and one person on the right meet the same 5 and 5 criteria at the same time you do, but you can't always guarantee that. Now, again, you can also earn $1,500 a week by building out your shopping annuity and getting your clients to be also ordering through shop.com, saving money and earning money. But again, you do that by generating 5,000 internet business volume on the left, 5,000 internet business volume on the right. But there's no way that we can track how much each person's going to spend in the time frame that you set up. So we don't want to depend on any one person, and that's why we develop 4 leaders in both sales organization. So primarily that's a total of 8, as we talked about earlier. Once again, focus on the BV commissions, because those are the things we have control of in selling the MA branded products, as well as how many new business partners we put into the business using all the things you'll be learning about over the course of your basic 5. All right, again, key point here, you are not sponsoring one on the left and one on the right thinking that's going to be all you have to do. You have to successfully build 4 leaders in each organization with 2 great success stories, one on the left and one on the right. And what's a great success story? Somebody who's earning weekly commission checks, that's generating enough BV that's going to be able to bring 5,000 BV on the left and 5,000 BV on the right each and every week. Okay, so keep that in mind. So let's break down a detailed plan. Let's give you a good example here. Monthly, weekly, daily. So wherever you start, whatever it is that your plan is put out there to accomplish, let's divide it by the months, by the weeks, by the days, and that way we'll be able to have a very strong track to run on, a very solid course to focus on. And remember, if you want things to change, you've got to start with changing your daily goals. What you do daily consistently will affect your weekly outcomes. What you do weekly effectively will affect your monthly outcomes. And as your monthly goals are met, you will achieve your yearly goals. Okay, so let's get started and take a look at it. So what does a weekly, monthly, and daily program look like? Well, let's start with a daily. So let's just take you every day, and let's just say, for example, you have decided to spend 10 hours a week on your unfranchised business. Very doable, working 5 days a week, that's 2 hours a day. Now, again, it might be 1 hour on one day on Monday, and it might be 4 hours on Saturday, whatever really works for you. But the first thing we like to do is start off by connecting through social media. Visit your social media outlets like Facebook, your LinkedIn, look at your Instagram, look at Twitter, see what's going on, see people that are talking about what topics of interest, get engaged. Being engaged in social media, not just selling your business, but being engaged, is going to help you do what? Build relationships, and that's really, really important. The next thing I want you to do, and by the way, we're talking 15 minutes, not spending 2 hours on social media, 15, 20 minutes max. Then you want to basically read your goal statement. And a goal statement we'll talk about just in a moment basically is going to outline the outcome of what you're going to accomplish by working so hard. You want to listen to an audio each and every day. You want to feed your mind. Now with the new mobile app, Unfranchised Media, you have access to a great library of audios of both education, inspiration, as well as information that you can take and apply each and every day. One thing that I love about the audios is it helps me start speaking in the right terminology, building an unfranchised business. It helps me understand the mechanics, the fundamentals. Now, again, another daily goal would be talking to 1 to 3 people. For me, you have to speak to at least 3 people a day. If you're going to make the 2 to 3 year plan, it's all about talking to at least 3 people a day, 5 days a week. Now, from talking to those 3 people, we want to book 1 appointment. Now, that appointment can be about represent a product. It could be about showing the business. It could be doing a product preview or about doing a home business presentation. And then at the end of the day, not going to bed until you do this, add 2 more possibilities to your list to contact. Now, again, without your list, ladies and gentlemen, you're not in business. You've got to have a list of possibilities. I would say anywhere between 100 and 300 names at all times, so that when you have an opportunity to start a relationship and start to build a conversation that could ultimately lead to a product and or to a business partner, you want to make sure you stay there. So if we look at the daily to accomplish the weekly, we want to ultimately talk to 5 to 15 people, book 5 appointments, and add 10 new possibilities. I hope that makes sense to you. Certainly makes sense to me. And this is what we've been teaching to all of those successful unfranchised owners. Now, again, on a weekly basis, okay, so by booking the appointments, by talking to the people, we will be showing the plan at least 1 time per week. At a minimum, please, if you're setting the kind of goals that you are looking to accomplish in your life, you've got to put the work in. So showing the plan at least 1 time per week is a minimum. Some people that we've built with have shown the plan 3 times a week, 5 times a week. I mean, it's totally up to you and how fast of a timeline you've put your success to. You also want to be able to follow up with the prospects that you speak to. In this case, and in this example, follow up with one of the prospects that you showed the plan to. Also, you want to attend a unfranchised business presentation with a guest when available. Now, many areas only have 1 or 2 unfranchised business presentations per month, so you would flip and say attend at least 1 UBP or HBP, a home business presentation with a guest each week, and add 1 new customer. And of course, call your coach. Now, your coach can be your personal sponsor or any senior partner that has a vested interest in your success. In fact, sometimes your coach could be a cross-line mentor. But again, stay in contact with the team. The team. It's going to help keep you inspired and driven to get to your goals. So let's take a look at monthly. So if we do our dailies and our monthlies, we would show the plan at least 4 times. Just imagine if you showed it 3 times. That means you would primarily be showing the plan 12 times each and every month. My goodness, the odds of you finding great business partners go up dramatically. But then let's talk about each month. If we're showing the plan that many times, expect to sponsor at least 1 person a month or a minimum of 2 persons every 3 months or 2 per quarter, which, by the way, is the recruiting side requirement of the Master Unfranchised program, which I recommend each of you look up and take a look at the guidelines there. In addition, through that month, you will have at least 10 customers ordering greater than 30 BV and build up to 20 internet business volume off of your shop.com site each and every month. Now, again, what our controls are, we're focusing on the Market America branded products at first, but by doing the shopping annuity assessment, talking about to your business partners, to your clients, about the advantages of working or shopping on shop.com, you'll find before you know it that 20 internet business volume per customer will be going up, up, and up. And of course, you never want to go through a month without attending either a seminar or a training that has been put on by the National Meeting Training Seminar System, which is an unfranchised run training and meeting system in most communities here in the United States and around the world. So that would be what a monthly goal would look like. So you can see how the daily feeds to the weekly to the monthly, and before you know it, you start accomplishing what you need to get done to make it happen. So now we're in process. We've got a daily, a weekly, and a monthly program to follow. Let's talk about writing your goal statement. Now your goal statement should be 50 to 100 words. And we want to focus to see this on a regular basis. We recommend reading it twice a day. Now, people get confused with a goal statement and your action plan. An action plan is not a goal statement. A goal statement should make you feel warm inside. It should make you want to get up and do something when you don't want to do it. Your action plan is your measurement tool. It is the tasks that need to get done based on a daily, weekly, and monthly basis. So let's go through this example. This is critical. Each of you need to have one of these that you carry with you. Now, here's an example. It's December 31st, and I have no credit card debt, and I'm living on the coast of the Carolinas in a 5,000 square foot brick home. I guess brick because bad weather comes through. Now, I'm driving a Porsche, vacationing 4 months out of the year. My marriage is happier without financial pressure. My family and I spend more quality time together, and I'm able to pursue interests that we all enjoy. Now, that's a feel-good kind of goal. That primarily was translating a certain amount of income to allow you to become debt-free, to be able to have that second home or that major first home, drive the right car you want, and to be able to travel all in one. Whatever the number is the number. But again, you can see how reading this type of goal statement would make you feel good in what you're doing. We talk about it, measuring, monitoring, adjusting control based on the results from your actions. If you aren't doing the business, I say doing the business, if you're not taking massive action, then what can you really expect when you measure, monitor, adjust, and control? Not very much. But if you are doing the actions, now you can take a look and in some cases move the date up. Now there's something cool, but you can adjust it. You can adjust your plan of action. Maybe it's too easy to show the plan once a week. Maybe you just need to show it twice a week to up the ante and get done faster. You might need additional training. You might have met a health professional that you would like to work with more. Or you might have met somebody trying to lose weight or into beauty. These are all areas that you can look and improve on. Taking the Basic 5 diagnostic quarterly to evaluate your progress. Now, this is an amazing piece of our business because this diagnostic will rate you and your team on how well they're implementing the unfranchised business development system actions that we're supposed to be doing. And again, the duplication is critical. All of these are all available for you to measure, monitor, adjust, and control your business. Now, achieve your goals, you got to believe in yourself and you got to take action. We've been put on this earth. We've all been given talent. It's up to us to use that talent. But the biggest challenge for people today, and I see it over and over, they just don't know where they want to get to. And that's why taking the time to set your goals, realistic goals, in timelines that you can deliver based on time that you have to spend to make this happen is the way to make it happen. You have the ability. Will you take that ability and do something with it? Or will you just talk about how opportunity keeps passing you by? And if you are talking like that, I need to reel you back in and start once again with your dream, your purpose, your goals, your plan, the plan of action, and most important, getting it done, taking massive action. Thank you very much. Hope you got out what you needed for your goals. I'll look forward to seeing you at the top. No, better yet, join me at the top. Have a great day.